farmer, friend, singer-songwriter, Lyal Strickland.
And that's farmer, friend, and jack of all trades, Chris Horn.
And we're those Tastebudguys.
Make sure it works down. I'm pretty sure that was Brushwood. That was a good cork. Was.
Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us one more time. I'm Chris, that's Lyal. We're those Tastebudguys. We appreciate you joining us. If this is your first time, hey, please just know that we're just two guys that don't know anything about anything. We just like to drink. We like to talk about it and share our thoughts. And we appreciate you sharing yours back with us.
Yeah.
We're not going to give you some highfalutin tasting notes about stuff. And there's no rating system on this. We say, hey, we kind of like it. We kind of don't. And, it tastes like rusty nails or whatever it is that we can come up with at a time that seems associated for everybody in our area. If this isn't your first time, welcome back. As I said to begin with, appreciate you joining us. Thanks for the support you guys give. Speaking of support, we have some stuff over here from Fan of Distilling, which has given us all these wonderful bottles over here. We should be looking forward to a follow-up review for them here pretty quick. Oh, we've had some of it in the past. They give us more. So we're going to do their summer flavors fairly soon. If also the way you can support us, there's a QR code over in the corner. I almost forgot about that one. That's the bias of beer thing that Lyal talks about all the time.
That's why I scooted over because I
get out of the way.
I'm always thinking my head's going to be right over, which it probably is right now. We're working with KOVAL. Is that how you say it, you think?
Sure.
It's going to cap a cork.
I don't know. It says it's from Chicago, so I don't know how you say
Chicago. Have you ever been, that's Malort territory, right? Have you had Malort?
No, but it's really weird that you ask that because when I was up at the pub yesterday, we was talking to Tyler and we was talking about bitters and stuff, and Malort came up, and I was talking about having never had that, and he's like, "Come back up and let's do a tasting of all that." And it's going on. So my list to do. I've heard it's absolutely horrible, and
that's what it's kind of in the zeitgeist for me, at least now in the algorithm. Like it pops up on my TikTok feed, and I ran into someone at the Dugout in Springfield, Missouri. And they were talking about getting hammered on Malort, which sounded like a horrible idea.
I would think so.
Yeah, it's like when someone says they get like trashed on Jaeger. I was like,
I think it's along the same lines. I'll tell you what I did have, slightly off topic, is I had a Fernet Menta.
Okay.
Which was some guy ordered a shot of it next to me, and I'm like, what have you done? It's an acquired taste. I was like, can I smell that? And it smells like wet mouthwash. And I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Anyhow, then Tom came by and he's like, here, take a little sip, try this. And I was like, that's oddly good. Which is not a thing that I would normally try. Anyways, whatever. That's neither here nor there. That's not what we're doing. Lyal, you've gotten me off topic.
I have.
Shocker.
We reframed the camera, and I think I could almost be out of frame if I go on my tippy toes.
This is how it is, guys. This is your first time. Skip up to like 4 minutes.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually. Out of Chicago. This is a single barrel rye whiskey, maple syrup cask finish.
Ooh, I don't like the sound of that.
Well, you say that.
I know. There's been a couple.
Well, I don't know that we've had a maple. Oh, there has been a maple. I can't say maple
syrup.
I am 100% stuck in Roger Miller territory with maple syrup. I was thinking the blacksmith with the honey casks that they don't add any honey, they just age their whiskey in.
Well, they do have that extra little bottle, but we've never done it on the show.
Yep. Yeah. Anyway, let's see how it is. Usually maple syrup is going to denote super sweet, sticky.
It does not, which is why I was shocked when you said it was maple syrup.
Yeah.
We should point out, a friend of ours, Jason, gave us this bottle, guy I work with. Jason, thank you. You're probably not watching this. I don't think he watches the show, but he knows we like. But if you do, Jason, thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
He's fueling the habit.
Yeah, I think he's I'm not saying he don't drink. I'm just saying he don't watch our channel.
The nose is pretty pleasant.
There is no sweetness on this nose. No extraordinary.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
sweetness on the
compared to a regular whiskey. I do think it is a little sweet, but it's not like added sugar.
It's light. It's mild. There's this like hint of like this eucalyptus note coming through, but weirdly enough, I keep getting this lemon note that kind of pops through for me, which is a little odd.
I was thinking that I should just say citrus. Sort of the combination between the sweetness and the oak kind of gives off a vanilla vibe for me. More so than...
You know what? I will, for once, say I agree with you. There is this kind of vanilla...
like vanilla
ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or vanilla bean. Like just a
malty vanilla.
Yeah.
Very malty vanilla underneath there.
Man.
It's weird that we agree on something. And it's some earthy tones, too. Let me throw that in there.
Wow. And I poured an extra
what the heck?
little sip of this, and I'm kind of glad I did.
I got to think about that one again. I don't know how I feel about that. Wow. That is not what I expected in any way to perform.
We'll go back for a second taste, but on first blush, very sweet, but not thick. The viscosity's not there, but very sweet, spicy.
Hey, I was going to say, I'm leaning more to the hot, spicy side than the sweet side.
It's hot. What proof is this? Oh, it's 100 proof. So, yeah, and it's a rye. So it's going to have a little more like spice, a little more bite to it. Now,
but it don't have that.
It's not round.
Weedy note.
Yeah,
that grassy note that ryes tend to have. It doesn't really. I can't hit that very hard.
I'm really anxious for the second sip because this is not on first blush something that I'm going to be like, oh, when I want a good rye, this is what I look for. But
no, it is.
First sip,
the sweetness is starting to roll back around to me now. Yeah. I'm starting to see where you come across the sweetness at. It's
oh man. It's thin. There's not a lot of depth there. It's not super complex.
In spots.
But it's a damn tasty glass.
Interesting thing.
This is a bottle we could kill pretty quick, I think.
Yeah, and having a good conversation about the whole way, which is, there's something to be said for that.
Yeah.
If you can have a drink that you love to chat about, talk about while you're drinking, I mean, that's the best ones. Regardless, that's your favorite. It's the funnest to drink. There is a note at the middle of this, right after I take the drink, that is a bit of a sour note that is off-putting to me. And it's a very strong sour note. However, as soon as I get past that, everything from the first part of the drink till after that was gone and it's done, I really enjoy it and like it. Like I said, something to talk about. The vanilla comes through huge. This is the first whiskey I've ever been able to say I really get a strong vanilla note off of it. Not the thing I pick up on easily.
It's probably that maple syrup. It has to be.
But it's not vanilla syrup, so.
Yeah. I wish it had...
I think it's Miss Butterworth.
I wish it had a little more depth to it.
If it's Canadian maple syrup, this bottle's going to get expensive.
Oh, really? Yeah. Like, you might be able to trade this for, bumping yourself up in the bread line in a couple months. Aged in former organic maple syrup barrels. I wish it had a little more depth, a little more character to it on the back end. It's kind of a pop 3-note thing, and it just kind of fades away. But it does make for an especially easy drinking whiskey.
Okay, I agree with you, except for the part where that for once, I'm going to say I'm glad it's not thicker.
Really?
And the reason I say that is I'm afraid if it was, it'd become more syrupy, and which would tend to probably be sweeter, which is not a thing I love. I think this has plenty enough. It hints at a strong sweetness without being a strong sweet. Like some of the processed tequilas that we've had.
Yes.
Where it's sweet, but it's cotton candy-esque sweet. It's always kind of like, I think added in, and I like the way that plays out in this one. Now, there is one more thing. We said 3 notes, and I agree there's 3 notes, bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
But then I think there's a fourth part at the very end of it that I haven't quite wrapped my brain around. There's some flavor that comes in. The last thing you taste, it's a little perfumey. It's abnormal. And this is probably where the maple is, but it doesn't really taste like maple.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a fourth note in there that's just got to work its way in. Yeah, on the fin.
I can see that.
And
when I say thicker, more complex, I'm kind of real leaning heavy into, remember M.B. Rowland's Dark Fired?
We still got some of that.
So maybe what I'm talking is maybe a more smoky flavor, I think would be really tasty in there. But really now I'm just talking about bacon. So,
but there could be a little saltiness to this. You know what I saw? I think I've just decided that last note is a bit like rosehip kind of.
Oh yeah.
Kind of a floral sweet.
I can see that.
That brings it up. It's not overly. I'm pretty impressed with this. To be honest with you, all the way around, I kind of really. I think this is kind of fun.
This is kind of a standard bottle shape for a lot of craft, boutique stuff. I love the label. It's simple. It looks great on the shelf. I'm in on this.
I think I am too. I think I am too. I don't know if this is, well, I say this. I started to say, I don't know if this is a thing I would reach for to like start mixing and stuff. And as soon as that come out of my mouth, I'm like, man, this would make a good old fashioned.
You definitely have to do cocktails, not mixed drinks.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not going to stand up in a mixed drink, but you could probably.
But a cocktail like a,
if you were light with the other ingredients.
Yeah, I was going to say, you might want to have to moderate a little bit. You wouldn't want to add too much simple syrup or anything like that to your drink. There's a place for this. I think this is not bad.
The Manhattan
Moscow Mule.
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, a Chicago Mule, I guess.
Yeah. Well, fantastic stuff. I'm in on finding another bottle of some of their other stuff and trying it because this one's pretty damn good.
I guess we should throw out the disclaimer when we say things like, hey, it's really great. That's obviously our opinion, but also it's a comparable thing. This is not like super traditional. This is if you're a Buffalo Trace guy, or in case of rye, what's another rye? Rittenhouse.
Peerless.
Whatever, whatever the rye is, you feel like, this is probably not the same thing.
Yeah.
So, take that with a grain of salt. If you're a hardcore guy and you like the super traditional stuff and you hear us say, hey, this is really good, we're probably not talking to you.
Yeah.
So,
but if you hate ryes, this is one to try.
This might be a place you want to start tiptoeing into that area because it's not normal.
Pretty tasty.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah. So, all right. Until next time.
Whether it's the rye guy that you're trying.
Oh, the food you're eating.
Clothes you're wearing.
Or the people you're meeting. Grab a buddy and try something new.
Hey guys, you made it this far. Appreciate it. Thank you for sticking with us all the way through. Obviously, it means there's probably something that you found interesting or enjoyable or whatever or tolerable. We appreciate if you'd like, subscribe, do all those things. I think I heard somebody the other day call it a virtual fist bump, and I really liked that. So if you guys would do that, it would help us out a lot. Don't forget our I always want to call them sponsors. They're not really sponsors, but folks, this helped us out over here at Phantom Distillery. And don't forget our QR code.
Yeah. Cheers.